Take number 2. Is that better?
Yeah, I liked it. Take 2.
You are not delayed for me.
Good. Yes, yeah. Even on my machine watching myself, it was all delayed. It
Yeah.
was messy. I actually think I had just left a bunch of other shit open on the other user on the computer.
You gotta zap the pram.
Gotta zap the pram from time to time. Man, option PR.
If you know, you know. If you
If
know, you know. And if you don't know, also you actually know what the people who thought they knew.
Yeah. Hey, Dom, how many computer technicians does it take to change a light bulb?
Holy fuck. All of them.
It takes 10, 9 to say
Mhm.
how they should, and 1 to tell them how they actually should.
Check the service guide for that for me.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Simpler times, man. Simpler times.
Simpler times, simpler times.
That's what the name of this episode should be, Simpler Times, because that's how I feel when I look at this upcoming fight night.
Excellent.
It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast. It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Pretty Neat Podcast, where we talk about UFC and other pretty neat things. I am one of the 3 hosts. My name is Aaron.
It's pretty neat. I can tell by the way that it is. Hey, my name's Ryan. I also like the UFC and other things that are neat. And I'm also here out of sheer delight.
Yay.
What everyone just heard was called pre-show banter, and we did a solid 35 minutes of it.
I'm writing that down. Just like Van Wilder's dad would have said.
So I've got my students we're sort of finishing the year by writing a short story. And by sort of, I mean that's what we're doing. And a kid today, we're like outlining our protagonist, and he goes, "Can there be killing in this?" And I was like, well, we read the Hunger Games, and there's a lot of killing in that. And last class, we read a story about 2 kids who get some computer-generated lions to kill their parents. He goes, so I can't have any killing? And I was like, no, you can, but there has to be a reason for it in the story. I don't want to just read about a bunch of severed heads and then the story ends. He goes, cool. Like, all right, dude. Can't wait to read about the killing.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh
Oh boy.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's talk really quick about boxing, shall we?
Okay. Big fight
Yes.
this weekend.
Tell them about it, Ryan. Aaron, boxing is a fighting sport where they can't tackle each other.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that's
they have
stupid.
to only trade
know.
hands.
Only
And
hands.
they wear bigger gloves.
Mm-hmm.
And they
That-
usually have skinnier legs than folks who compete in the mixed martial arts. Anyway,
That's dumb.
Gervonta, aka Tank Davis, is fighting Ryan Garcia this weekend in Las Vegas. It's not for a belt, but boy, it's pretty fucking exciting because we're getting the rare, and I mean rare occurrence, when 2 elite fighters are fighting each other in their prime, folks. Not in their mid to late 30s. They're both in their mid 20s. And this is going to be action packed. And I think I might shell out some cash to watch.
That's awesome.
I'm into that. Where is this fight? Do we know?
It's in Vegas. I think it's at the MGM.
Okay.
Excuse me. It might be the Mandalay Bay.
I like Mandalay Bay. Have you ever stayed there?
No, I have not.
It's, you know what? Other than the fact that it is all the way down there. It's at T-Mobile.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Other than the fact that it's all the way down there, it's actually a really cool venue. So I love Tank Davis. I don't love him outside of the the ring.
Definitely not.
He is a protege of Floyd Mayweather, although I don't know. Yeah, no, he is no longer part of the money team.
No, but he was for a long time.
He was
and
for a very long time. He sort of
Mayweather said he
learned.
was the heir apparent.
Yes, because he brings Mayweather style defensive fighting with just unreasonable knockout power. For a guy his size, 136 pounds is what they're going to get in the ring at.
Yes, catch weight.
It's going to be fun. I think Tank is just a better fighter. I don't know what the line is on this.
So I got some odds on that. So
let's do it.
You said Gervonta, right? For his size, unfathomable. Well, I guess we can fathom it because we've seen it.
It's like nothing else, though.
It is like nothing else. He is a minus 140 to win by TKO.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That makes sense to me.
He is a plus 500 to win on points. Ryan Garcia is a plus 300 to win by KO or TKO. And he is a plus 800 to win on points.
Yep.
Right now, the fight odds is Gervonta is a minus 245 and Ryan Garcia is a plus 190. Now, if you think about
right.
that in terms of boxing odds, that's actually pretty close. Ish. But I mean, let's be honest. Normally, when you see really high profile fighters, outstanding of this like last year, because it's actually been bucking the trend, you see like odds of like minus 1,000, minus 1,600.
True.
Minus 3,335 that it's over 2.5 rounds on Unibet.
Yeah, it's not going to be a like 10-second knockout. So Tank, Hector Garcia, Leo Santa Cruz, Jose Pedraza is a good win for him. His record is really only slightly more. Leo Santa Cruz is good. Only slightly more impressive than Ryan Garcia's. I just think Tank hits so hard. I don't see it for Ryan. Ryan Garcia also, and I don't mean to make light of it, but I don't want to hear my combat sports athletes talking about their struggles with mental health. Tank Davis struggles with exactly nothing. So
he struggles with not hitting women.
When I say he struggles with nothing, I mean he doesn't struggle with anything involving hitting anyone.
That is accurate.
Again, I don't condone it. I just think to beat him, you would have to be like an exceptionally accomplished technical fighter along the lines of Lomachenko, and I don't see it for Ryan Garcia. And I do like Tank to finish him. We've reviewed Tank's just absolutely disgusting uppercut from about 18 months ago on the show, and my goodness, he hits hard.
Yeah. I got some additional stats. So what's even more impressive, notwithstanding what Dom just said, they're both undefeated. They're both in their mid to late 20s. Tank is 28, where Ryan Garcia is 24. So Ryan Garcia is much taller. He's 5'10". However, the reach is not that different. 70.1 for Ryan Garcia and 68.9 for Tank. Here's where it gets exciting. Ryan Garcia is known for his speed and his just offensive prowess. That's how he wins fights. Ryan Garcia is going to fight orthodox, and Tank is a southpaw fighter, so there is going to be a lot of exchanges. And what that ends up likely being is that later on that fight, Ryan's just not going to be able to take it. He's just gonna eat one too many. Furthermore,
this is not a man you want to get into what you call an exchange with.
Hell no. You can't fight inside with him. And Ryan will try not to. He will try to stay long. That's his key to victory. However, if you just watch highlights of Tank, he just gets in that crouch position. He'll roll with a punch, and then next thing you know, is he's coming over the left, and you're toast.
Yeah.
26 of his 28 wins have come by knockout. So his his KO percentage is 93%.
You just described how Johnny Hendricks Big Rig knocked everyone out when he went on his run.
Yeah. You know what? Except Johnny Hendricks always threw a big right.
I should have said I should alternate it. He did switch that. Damn, man. I'm sorry. I'm looking for a good picture for the
people
Instagram.
Forget Tank was on the McGregor Mayweather card. If I'm not mistaken, he was the co-main. And he missed weight because he had a cold and he was having trouble with water retention. And then there was the questionable shot behind the head, but that's kind of how boxing goes sometimes. But people forget that he was on that card. That was supposed to be like his big sort of public breakout, but he's been on the boxing fans' radar since he was like 20. He's just a freak, and I don't think Ryan Garcia will be able to stay with him.
Yeah, to your point, co-main junior lightweight bout. He defeated Francisco Fonseca via TKO in round 8.
He had those ridiculous tassels on his shorts, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was the thing back then. Lots of tassels.
Yeah.
Tassels
anyway,
plenty.
It's going to be more exciting than the Anthony Joshua fight was, which I guess there's talks he might fight Deontay Wilder now because whatever's going to happen with Usyk and Fury.
Usyk?
Usyk, yeah, Fusi. Fury, who cares? That man has exactly as good of a chance of beating Tyson Fury as I do. So it doesn't really matter. This is it's like if Batman is the hero we deserve, like this is the boxing fight that boxing fans deserve. We're never going to get Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. So we may as well have this. And
Batman wasn't the hero Gotham deserved. He was the hero they needed.
Okay. Maybe this is the fight boxing needs. I don't know.
That is the name of that's the title of the headline on ESPN.
The fight that could save boxing. Yeah.
Yep.
Every 10 years boxing does this, every 15, whatever it is. It goes in these cycles of boxing is dying, and then it gets exciting again. And we're 2014, 15, 16. I remember that specifically because now my brother and I have always gone back and forth on boxing since, well, not always, but like maybe 07, 08. But right around the time The Force Awakens came out was when Anthony Joshua really started to blow up. Gervonta started to blow up. Obviously Canelo is a big deal. Anthony Joshua had was just about to fight or had just fought one of the two brothers that are heavyweights, Klitschko.
Vladimir.
Of course, Fury beat him too. So that, there's all these things. And then it kind of hit a peak, and then it sort of really right before COVID, when Anthony Joshua lost Andy Ruiz, is when it sort of nosedived. And then boxing doesn't need to be saved. We just saw 3 incredible heavyweight title fights between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So,
and really none of us have to worry because Jake Paul and Nate Diaz is happening.
Yeah, and here's
which is a fight with consequence, really. I mean, we're talking about this bullshit.
Yeah, that's right. It's a boxing fight, a boxing fans fight. Nate Diaz and fucking Jake Paul.
Consequence. Good God.
The
gravitas.
the issue here is, if this was a boxing only show, we would never have anything to say because none of these fights ever actually happen. In the UFC, they happen. So that's the rub for boxing. But
yeah,
well, it's the whole like upside of the UFC in general is that they can force fights to happen.
Or kick a guy out and it's next man up, and then all of us as fans forget.
Yeah. And the UFC really does have the golden handcuffs down pat. Like they really give the fighters everything they need to have a good life, but probably not the prosperous life that will set them up forever. Like if they fight, like many fighters we've talked to and seen fighting is not what is going to support them for the rest of their lives. It's whatever they're doing with the platform fighting's giving them.
Yeah.
Wherein a lot of them really should. Fighting should be setting them up for life, especially if they're going to have brain damage or pain in their body for the rest of their lives. You know, if Francis Ngannou is going to retire a super millionaire, he's going to have daily pain. You know, Usman can barely walk. I feel bad for the guy. Make him a millionaire. But the UFC's
Kamaru
got
Usman probably is a millionaire.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's all an aside, and I don't know the inner workings of that shit. That sounds fun. What day is that? That's on Saturday from T-Mobile.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kamaru. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but I think Dom agrees. I fully expect it's gonna be a knockout win for Tank Davis, which is great because he's so exciting, but also like he's not the best person. I mean, but he also grew up in a rough environment. So
he makes Mike Tyson's upbringing look, prosperous. He is from the absolute gutters of Baltimore for sure.
Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
If there was anywhere I was gonna say Gary, Indiana.
Gary,
but Baltimore
Indiana.
would have been a close second.
Mike Tyson is from like Queens.
Yeah, he's from one of the Bronx.
Yeah.
That's
boroughs.
true.
Sorry.
Well, Michael Jackson is from Gary, so we obviously know which one is the worst place.
Although I'm pretty sure Gary, Indiana is one of the most dangerous cities in the country, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. You do not want to visit there. Shout out to our fans in Gary. Come on the Pretty Neat podcast. We want to know what it's
I don't
like.
want to go there if it's not the most dangerous city.
Specialized call out. Also, as an aside, you were saying Kamaru. He has a net worth of $3 million right now.
Okay,
that's probably a little bit low. You think?
I mean, for somebody who was considered the pound for pound best fighter in mixed martial arts for a period of time.
No, I'm saying like that website probably has it slightly wrong.
Yeah, you're probably right. He probably, if he was smart, right, invested, diversified his funds.
Yeah, probably. That might be like a cash.
They're saying his base salary in terms of fighting was $600K per fight, which let's just say Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, I'm not sure how much they're going to make in this fight on Saturday, but it's
more than 3 million.
At least 10 times more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So according to this website, St. Louis is the most dangerous, Baltimore second most, then Detroit, then New Orleans.
Huh.
And then
New
the
Orleans
list stops.
Interesting.
So
also, Tank Davis is going to get a purse of at least $5 million, and Ryan Garcia will make around 2.5.
What's Tank's career earnings?
Let's see.
Oh boy.
Likely more than most MMA fighters, if I had to, or a UFC champion.
He's got Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm looking at it wrong. Ryan Garcia's net career earnings are 10 million.
Okay.
And
now that's from purses.
Yes, from purses.
So that may not include outside sponsorship deals. If he did a commercial
he's
for
huge on
Toyota
TikTok.
tires, TikTok. So that it might even be reasonable to assume that's half.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had this wrong. Okay, so Ryan Garcia actually has a higher net worth. Shocking.
Wow.
It's because of his social media presence.
Yeah, 10 million. Whereas Tank Davis is worth approximately 4 million. And he earned 2 million against his last fight, which is against Rolly Romero.
But there's no, even Volkanovski or John Jones is not making 2 million a fight.
No, John Jones wanted to make like 2.5 or something like that, and the UFC said, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah.
I mean, they did. They said, "Okay, go ahead and just like fucking sit on the sidelines."
That's one thing I actually love about UFC is he's like the only CEO that I can imagine saying something like that, and have seen him say things like that.
Yeah, so if that's what he wants, he can go fuck himself. And then we'll have somebody else fight for the belt, and then when he does decide to come back, then he'll promptly just beat the shit out of him.
One of my favorite clips is when they asked Dana about the the reporter who was criticizing their COVID protocols when he hadn't even been in the building. And Dana White's like, that guy can go fuck himself. He doesn't even have a press pass. He can go fuck himself. I'm not commenting on that. Like, hell yeah.
The Kings are so fucking garbage in the first period.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Aaron, hockey is a sport where they play with skates and they hit a little puck with sticks.
Okay.
And honestly, the fact that there's not 40 blown ACLs a game is kind of astounding.
That and like thrown lower backs.
I don't even think I knew the Kings were in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're playing the Edmonton Oilers. They actually won game 1 in overtime.
Who's going to win the Stanley Cup?
Most likely the Boston Bruins. They broke the fucking record this year for the most points in the regular season. But if this is baseball, right, that doesn't mean shit, because that's what the Seattle Mariners did, and then promptly lost in the first round. So
a 2001 baseball reference.
Hell yeah.
Good for you. Also, the Dodgers won 111 games last year and lost to the Padres. So there's that. And the Ducks Padres are not in the playoffs, are they?
No, the Ducks are terrible.
Okay. Well, my favorite team, the Vegas Golden Knights, are a 1 seed. So
yes, and they have long-standing Kings goalie Jonathan Quick. After they traded him away, now he's not in his prime anymore, but he did win 2 Stanley Cups. In fact, the only 2 Stanley Cups the Kings have ever won. So, he's got a little chip on his shoulder.
I love it. I like how they'll be like, oh yeah, this guy is 46 and he set this record. Hockey players, they don't like like they don't have to bend to conventional aging.
Well, that doesn't really happen anymore. Like the last time that really happened was Mark Messier, and he played into his mid 40s. But you're talking about like Gordie Howe shit, who was playing minor league hockey when he was 50.
Yeah,
he just couldn't stop playing hockey.
Jonathan Quick's 37 though.
Yeah, but I mean,
LeBron
James is 37.
LeBron James is 38. And now I don't know. 38. I don't know what. Oh, damn it.
Ryan is 38.
I am 38.
I don't know.
I'm 38.
The NHL's PED testing is like.
I mean, it's fairly strict. So think about it this way. Alex
you read
Ovechkin,
through the lines on what I'm saying there.
I see you.
Is Ovechkin in the playoffs?
Ovechkin is.
He's still with the Capitals. Yeah,
he's still with the Capitals. He's a lifer. Most likely, he's 38 as well, and he's most likely going to break the all-time scoring record.
Yes, he is.
Nice.
And that's what we all want him to, right?
No.
I
mean, records are made to be broken. I just don't want a Russian to have it.
Oh, is he really Russian, or is he one of those like Russians?
No, he's super Russian.
Okay.
He's Russian.
Yeah, Alex Ovechkin was born September 17th, 1985.
Are the Kings on ESPN right now?
Yeah, they are.
I'll put that on instead of the Nuggets and fucking Timberwolves because I don't care about that.
Yeah. Alex Ovechkin was born in Moscow, so he's Russian.
Okay.
What
do you guys think of Natalie Portman? And I'm going somewhere with this.
So early Natalie Portman, like Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones.
I like the body double, but yeah.
What about you mean
Keira Knightley?
Here's the thing. I do mean Keira Knightley, but when I said that, I was not specifically thinking of Keira Knightley.
V for Vendetta, Natalie Portman.
I've never seen V for Vendetta, but I think this weekend I'm going to watch Kill Bill, if that helps.
Okay, well, she's not in that movie.
Not if you're trying to see a Natalie
No. I know. But
I'm glad you're seeing Kill Bill finally.
If I'm not mistaken, that is other than Jackie Brown, that's the only Tarantino movie I haven't seen.
So you're going to watch Volume 1 and Volume 2?
That would be the plan. Yeah, maybe not on the same day, but...
No, yeah, I'd space them out. Volume 1, I think, is far better than Volume 2.
Okay.
I liked it better myself as well, but they're both really good.
Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu, yeah.
Lucy Liu.
Great.
Lucy Liu's
Great in that movie.
character in that
Kill
she's
Bill?
I
Yeah.
think she's Copperhead is her code name or something like that. She's really good in it.
Something to that effect.
Cool. I'm glad you're
Anyway, here's where I was going with Natalie Portman. She is
Oh, she's super smart and super Jewish as well.
Yeah, she went to Harvard, did she not?
I thought she went to
Yes.
Brown. Who
Harvard.
went to Brown? Was it
Scarlett.
Emma Watson? Don't say Scarlett Johansson.
I don't know where.
Pretty
where
sure Emma
Scarlett
Watson went to Brown.
I know
Brown is
Natalie
not in the Ivy
Portman.
League, so
She
Natalie
went to
Portman.
Harvard
yeah.
and graduated in 2003 and with a degree in psychology.
Yeah,
Emma Watson went to Brown, and the part where I said it's not in the Ivy League is really fucking stupid because it definitely is in the Ivy League. So
I remember Natalie Portman and Mark Zuckerberg crossed paths at Harvard. They were there at the same year.
Mark Zuckerberg is a robot. Natalie Portman is
Makes sense.
Okay, my next question: what do you guys think about elephants?
I think they never forget. I think they have precious hearts.
Okay.
They're
And
big.
they care about family.
They also
Okay.
like to get drunk.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What?
Look for
I didn't know
primarily Asian elephants like rice wine. They search for it and drink it all.
I
and-
actually would imagine most animals are like that.
Yeah.
You know what? I've also not seen Reservoir Dogs, and I have not seen Death Proof.
Death Proof is good. Keith Russell?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Thank you. I was like, that doesn't sound right.
And his daughter's name is
Something Johnson.
Kate,
Dakota
no,
Kate
Johnson?
Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
And her mom is Goldie Hawn.
Goldie Hawn. Isn't Dakota Johnson Goldie Hawn's daughter?
And his dad
Hot.
Is-
Dakota Johnson's on the list. I'll say it.
is Hank Pym.
What? Whose dad is Hank
I'm
Pym?
just kidding. I'm thinking
Oh.
of the Douglases, not the Russells.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dakota Johnson's mom is Melanie Griffith, and her father is Don Johnson,
Got it. From the Beach Boys?
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice.
Miami Vice. Number one new show.
You're a Tony Orlando and Don fan. Anyway, Natalie Portman is narrating a new Elephants thing on Disney Plus pretty soon that I think I'm going to check out.
Okay. So how do you feel about Natalie Portman?
I'm a fan. Isn't there a
Okay.
movie where she gets naked?
Yes.
Probably.
Which one is it?
I legitimately don't remember. This is
She
kind of
does like
news
a
to
she
me.
does like a strip tease type thing. And I believe it had somebody else, and she was
Black Swan?
no, not Black Swan.
Oh yeah. What were we talking about? I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
Natalie Portman in the nude is available in the film. What? I can't.
Or
remember.
Love and Thunder.
No, it's not. It's not The Professional. She was a child in that movie.
I wish.
Yeah, she was 12.
Oh.
Wait,
That's
what? In Thor:
disgusting.
Love and Thunder? No, she wasn't.
No, she was not.
In The Professional.
Oh, I didn't. I don't. I
She
didn't
was a
even know
child.
The Professional is a movie.
Huh.
So
La, 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 la.
I'm having a hard time.
I will
There-
find it for you.
There do appear to be images of her without clothes on the internet that seem real.
The movie is called Closer, made in 2004.
Okay.
There you go. Let's see
I
what
don't
a
think that's the
Natalie-
one I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, I was like, what is a Natalie Portman meme? Yep, she's definitely part
Oh,
of a
yeah, she
popular
sure
series
is.
of meme.
This is the movie that had Jude Law and Julia Roberts and Clive Owen, and they're all kind of just fucking around with each other.
I'm not upset about it.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
There are pictures. What? This is like a whole, like a way to. Okay, I don't think these are pictures the public is supposed to see.
This was not intended to be released for the public.
Anyway, let's carrying on. She's narrating this thing on elephants. I think I'm gonna watch it. I don't know. Oh, I thought about that because I was scrolling through the apps on my TV and saw Disney Plus as I was choosing ESPN to watch Edmonton and the LA Kings.
Yeah. Okay. Have you seen Benedict Cumberbatch's like
Thing about penguins?
penguins?
Oh,
Yes,
what?
I have.
Yeah.
And have you
Penguins.
seen all of his outtakes
Penguins.
about how he cannot pronounce the word penguins?
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It's like three little
I'm not the
penguins.
biggest Benny Combs fan, if you know what I'm saying.
Are you for real?
I just don't. Here's the thing. He's a really good Doctor Strange. I just don't think that
He's a fantastic Sherlock.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, you know what? You literally just stepped on what I was going to criticize about him. I don't like that people are like, oh, I'm sophisticated because I watch British TV, like Doctor Who. Like,
Have you
fuck
watched British
You don't watch
TV?
Doctor Who, you piece of shit.
I watch Doctor Who.
No, you do. Here's the thing. You're the type of person who actually does. You are not even who I'm talking about. I'm talking about like 99 out of every other 100 people that would say that. It's like how Aaron's like, oh, the best guitar player ever is this obscure 23-year-old from this metal band from Sweden. Like, no, that's not the case.
He was American.
I don't.
He's from Dallas.
Hey, he's from Sweden, and that's that. Okay.
He's from Stockholm, and you can't tell me any different.
You've never been to Stockholm, so you don't know that he's not from there.
Where did that come from? I forgot.
Fucking deal with it. Where did what come from?
We were talking about who we thought the best guitar players were.
Yes.
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
Yeah, before that. Where were
And
we?
nobody says fucking Clapton or Hendrix. It's except me. It's this guy who's in this metal band. Like, shut up.
I mean, he's pretty good.
No, I'm not saying he's not.
The thing is, like,
And stop acting like you watch the British version of The Office over the American version. It's
I don't.
not
I watched the
better.
American
It's
version.
not better. The American version's better. Shut the fuck up. That's what I say. And here's the thing. I'm not even aiming this. I used Aaron as an example. This isn't even aimed at one of the two of you. This is if you're listening, you know who you are.
this is a PSA.
Okay, you know who you are.
It's only if they watch Downton Abbey.
I watched Downton Abbey too.
I'm gonna throw my chair. I'm gonna throw my fucking chair.
Okay, because I watched the Graham Norton show. I
don't know
watch.
who Graham Norton is.
I
He's
watch-
like British late night.
Yeah, I watch Young Ones, and I watch Black Books and Monty Python. That's all British, but none of it is sophisticated. I would never claim that my taste in any English TV is sophisticated.
Like Monty Python's more like a cultural phenomenon, like that, and that's not even like super I was gonna say relevant, but that's not the term I'm looking for. Timely, another word for timely. Anyway,
Yeah. Staying. I don't know.
It's not in the
No.
zeitgeist anymore.
well, I mean it's
It might not be.
it's in the older populations. I guess
There was a
for
point in
sure.
time where a joke about something being only a flesh wound would have been universally understood, and
Yeah,
now
everybody would have gotten it.
nobody
now-
under the age of 30 would get that.
Yeah,
joke.
you say that to a 25-year-old, and they're like,
No
"What the
chance.
fuck you talking
no
about?"
chance.
Or they would tell you they saw that TikTok also of somebody making a reference to that.
And you know what? Here's the other thing.
We're gonna
All of this TikTok bullshit where people are like discovering shit that's been around since 99. Hey, shut the fuck up.
yeah.
They're like, oh, look, melt your cheese and put it on your fries. Like, hey. But I guess
Like you
the other
might
side
have
of
just discovered
the other
that.
side of that is we deserve what we get. You know?
Like, society, yeah.
Yeah.
And as society, we are actively deserving what we're getting.
Yes. Yeah,
It's called
we are.
it's called a broiler, and it's amazing.
Speaking of me at work, did I tell you guys about grad night?
You did.
Yeah.
When is that? When is
Little
that?
bit.
So here it's coming up. It's a month from today. But did I tell you the change they did on us?
No.
So yeah. So we have to do, I may have explained this. We have to do a certain amount of supervision duty per year because we don't have like a playground to supervise, right? So our school does it on a point system. If you do a varsity football game, it's 2 points. You have to do 4 points a year. Something like a 1 hour thing after school is usually 1 point. So you try to avoid those. I'm never doing prom or anything like that. Absolutely not.
No.
But one thing I've kind of had my eye on since I started at the high school was the Disneyland grad night. I kind of thought that'd be fun to go supervise. No idea how it works. So the way it works is before one of the couple of days we have before students every year, they open up a sign up sheet in the athletic office and everybody lines up. And you want to get there earlier so you're not kind of left with prom or whatever. I've always done sporting events. I've never had a problem with it. But this year, one of my coworkers and I decided grad night was our thing. So we get in line, we sign up. We were the last two to sign up for it, which we filled the last 2 spots, which was cool. It's supposed to be on a Saturday. It's an all-day thing, so it's the only thing you have to do all year. You get all 4 points for the one event.
Nice.
They switched it to a Friday. So we leave the campus at 9 a.m. on Friday and don't get back until 5 a.m. on Saturday. And they're paying for us to have a sub for the full day. So I get to go to Disneyland all day. Then 9 p.m. to like 2:30 a.m. California Adventure with just the high school kids. And I don't have to work. Pretty excited.
It's a pretty good deal.
And they sent out an email. They're like, hey, if you can't be out of your classroom that day, we'll find somebody else to cover. Like, the fuck I can't. I will be there. I'll take one of my sub days, but if you guys are going to pay for it, shit. So that's right. It's going to be a good time. 2 teachers to a bus. We have and then I don't know how many kids sit on a bus. We have 14 buses going. It's a big thing. And then from what I understand from the teachers that have done it before that I've talked to, in the California Adventure 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. shutdown time where it's locked for because it's not just my school that's there. It's a lot of schools. Mm-hmm. You get a 90-minute window or something where you have to supervise a certain area, and then you're kind of free to go the rest of the time. And I guess they set up a teacher's food and non-alcoholic beverage area somewhere. Ooh. So pretty stoked. And everyone I've told, they're like, but you have to walk around with a group of kids all day. Like, no, most of them are 18. I'll set up what's called a Remind. Remind is like a group messaging app that a lot of schools use, where they can get a hold of me if they lose their ticket or something goes terribly wrong. Otherwise, don't come near me. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good time.
These are young adults. They
really are. A couple of my coworkers, a couple of my coworkers, their kids are gonna be there. So I told them give your kid my phone number just in case something happens. But it'd be a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Get to miss work, go to Disneyland,
and get paid for the whole thing.
Supervise adults.
And here's the deal.
You're gonna have to stop kids from making out. That's all you're gonna be doing.
Stop. No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah. When I went to grad night at Disneyland, the thing was to go on the Haunted Mansion ride and try to get a BJ. That was the thing.
Oh yeah, that was the thing.
Are you gonna tell us if you were successful or not?
I did not get a BJ.
Damn it.
Oh no.
All right, we'll go. We'll get on Haunted Mansion. I'll do it. I want you to have that memory.
I really appreciate that, but there's way too many cameras. You're not really cognizant of that when you're 18. You're just
they're everywhere.
Raging hormones.
They're everywhere.
So many hormones. I don't care. Just go ahead and touch it, please.
Yeah. The people who work in the Haunted Mansion have to clean up ectoplasm after every grad night.
They really do. Yeah,
they really do.
So no, it's gonna be fun. And if you guys thought Ryan sent a lot of pictures, my God, that's all I have to do all day for 20 hours.
Hey, guess what? Tomorrow is a throwback after dark night. So it's 1950s.
Yeah, are you going to
Adventure?
That?
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. So got a hotel room. So we're going to be staying overnight. And haven't done one of these before, but it's going to be pretty cool. I think I got a pretty sweet beatnik outfit going on because it's the only thing I could do for someone who had long hair in the 1950s.
You can pull off a shaggy sort of
They're
look.
doing the throwback at DCA though.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Interesting. I'd rather it be okay. That's fair.
Drinks. That's the thing. It boils down to drinks.
Okay.
For me, because that was also they were considering doing the throwback night at Disneyland, but they didn't. And then next month is overnight Star Wars night, which will be pretty exciting.
Yeah. Oh, dude, here's the ghetto version. Uh, the weather's getting nice enough now that I could take the projector out back. And I mean, I'm far enough away from the city and far enough out into the country that we have really some pretty great stars, and it is awesome watching Star Wars in the backyard.
You know what?
That's my Star Wars land.
My next door neighbors do that during the summer. Last time I think they were watching Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And I support it.
It's pretty trippy with space movies like that. But like I'd go out there and barbecue, put on fights, when the summer rolls around, it'll be good.
I'm into it.
Yeah. That was fun. Now that we've discussed the news, which is what we do on this show, we'll do this. The recap is not very dense this week. And I think it's because the news of things upcoming were equally, if not more exciting than the events that just passed.
Well, on that note, let me ask you guys. Were there really any repercussions from Max Holloway, Arnold Allen?
Not really.
Yeah.
No, man. No, there really wasn't. I mean, you can have the same arguments about Max fighting at the top again for forever. I don't think Arnold Allen lost anything.
No, he didn't even change in rankings. He's still number 4.
Yeah. Featherweight. I mean, Edson he did his thing. Knockout.
Yeah, but against a guy that,
against a rookie.
Billy Q is not a rookie. He's 34.
I'm sorry, not a rookie.
Yeah, that was weird.
He's a prospect.
Billy Q was on the up and up. He had a lot of durability and cardio. The thing is, Edson didn't let it get to that point.
Nope.
You need him in the face
until
he, and he became unconscious. Unconscious.
Yep.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey,
you like alcohol, yeah?
I do.
Have you had any of the Buena Fiesta margaritas from Stone?
I have.
The margaritas in the can?
Yes.
And?
Delightful.
Okay, so I saw the lime ones in a store the other day, and I don't remember what store it was. And for some reason, I thought, oh, I'm going to buy those. And then I kept walking and didn't. And I'm looking now, they have a pineapple habanero one?
They do. So a friend of the fam, Haley, I shouldn't say her full name, but Haley, she's married to a gentleman who's also named Ryan, and I married them.
Are they hot or what?
Huh?
Are they hot?
Super
nice,
super hot. Anyway, she's not the head of marketing, but she is one of the directors of marketing for Stone.
What?
That's how Ashley and Haley met.
Mm-hmm.
When Ashley worked for Stone, in charge of small parties. Haley was a tour guide for the brewery.
Okay.
And then she just, she kept working her way up, and now that's what she does. So we get all the good stuff ahead of time. And it was probably sometime last year where she brought over like each of the canned margaritas, and they also make their own margarita mix.
No, I've had that, and I've had the michelada mix.
So they do have the pineapple habanero margarita mix, which is so good.
That is not what I had. I had something else.
No, they have that. I actually still have some.
Oh, no. I believe you that they have it. I'm just saying that's not what I had.
We have some remnants left in the fridge. If you want to come over, I got some Patron. We could make some margaritas right now.
Dude, next show, let's for sure do that.
We could definitely make that happen. It's delightful.
Oh, let's go down there and do a live show from there.
From Stone?
Yeah.
Or from my kitchen.
Both.
My kitchen's closer.
Both is my answer.
Anyway, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Okay.
So they're just continuing to expand their market.
Nice.
I'm a big fan. You know, they're owned by Sapporo now.
Yes.
So I've had the Michelada mix. I cannot figure out what the other thing of theirs I've had. I mean, I've had a lot of Stone stuff. I love their hot sauce. I've had their classic margarita mix. Yep, now that I'm looking at the bottle. That is exactly what I've had. I love their hot sauce. They have their Imperial Stout coffee. Have you ever had that?
I have not.
Also, so I didn't love it when I brewed it hot, but as cold brew, was legitimately wonderful.
Mm.
But I cannot even remember where I saw. I think it was at my local like semi farmers market that I saw the margaritas, but I need to get on that pineapple habanero quickly. They have a really cool picture of it where the habanero is charred and on a skewer.
It's good. It's great.
I'm kind of turned on right now, to be honest with you.
We actually had it for Easter when I went over to my parents' house. Instead of a traditional ham, we made enchiladas and carne asada, and we brought over stuff to make these pineapple habanero margaritas, and it was
that sounds excellent.
It was good times had by all.
This is bumming me. We're gonna do another show. We're gonna call it the drunk show.
Oh man,
That's gonna happen. We're just gonna get obliterated and see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm trying to look if there's any special occasions coming up on the calendar.
Okay.
Damn, Cinco de Mayo's on a Friday.
Aaron, you're invited too, for what it's worth.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I am going to the I think the Angel game on May 5th.
Oh, my cousins and my aunt were in Arizona while you were there, going to the games.
They went to the WBC?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They told me I have to visit Wrigleyville. That all think is cool.
Chicago?
No, in Arizona.
What?
There's a whole section for where the Cubs are.
Now you're making me angry right now.
Called Wrigleyville.
Nope, you're making me angry right now.
She said it looks cool. That's all. It has nothing to do with the team. She said it's architecturally neat.
He's talking about where they have spring training.
Yeah.
I was literally about to have an aneurysm and get on a plane, fly there, and punch you in the face because Wrigleyville is definitely where the Cubs play. But that
Wrigley
makes sense.
Field.
But they call it Wrigleyville, is like the area there.
Which is what I was saying.
But Wrigleyville, Arizona is in Mesa, and it's where they have spring training.
Yeah, that's what I said. Wrigleyville.
No. You're making me angry again, and I don't like it.
I never said Wrigley Field once.
No. Brian, help me out here.
He's saying Wrigleyville.
I know
where the Cubs play.
I know
minor league baseball.
No,
that's
also not true. Okay, you know what? Wrigleyville, Chicago is a place. Wrigleyville, Arizona is named after the place in Chicago.
Yes.
I'm legitimately going to have a stroke. Just so you know.
I know. I think you are, but I think it's you causing it.
Take another drink. You know what I'm saying? Where's those fucking pineapple margaritas when I need them?
Anyway,
backing off of that uselessness, carry on.
Yeah, we'll just jump right back in because I don't do transitional material. Bill Algeo looked great against TJ Brown. Submission, beautiful, fantastic. Brandon Hoyval coming in with the knee of doom against Mateus Nicolau.
So I have a question. Was he was already rated higher, so he didn't move either on the UFC rankings. Weird.
And then we have a double Phoenix song for Zach Cummings and Ed Herman, who both elected to retire. Yeah, the little fart gets me
Really
every
good.
time.
Really good.
Clay Guida did not retire.
We thought he was.
Definitely thought he was
We
going
definitely
to.
thought he was going to.
I saw a headline that made it look like he had retired. Did he not retire?
No, he was doing what soccer players do, where they exchange jerseys, except he was doing it with gloves.
Oh,
Yep,
that was
yep.
okay. I get
Yeah.
it. Okay.
That was a hell of a fight. Him and Rafa Garcia threw down. But I mean, you either throw down with Clay or you don't. Like, and
Well, I mean, Rafa Garcia is a guy who trains under Cub Swanson, so you know he's going to throw down.
yep.
Cub Swanson has one of the best MMA tattoos there is.
What is it?
The roses on his leg.
Oh yeah, he totally does.
As someone with roses on my arm, and by almost I mean I basically did pass out while I was getting the first one. You know that story?
Mm-mm.
No.
So I'm getting tattooed. I normally get tattooed very sober. My current tattoo artist is not that type of dude. So we go and get big beer cans, and I'm on my second or third one, and he's doing like the middle. I have two roses. I don't know if you can see them. So not this top one here, but this middle one down here, and it had to be and still needs like one more probably piece over that one right there. It has to be a very specific shade of red, and he had to shade it, and it hurt so fucking bad. And I go, hey man, when you get a chance, I need to get a drink of water. He goes, okay. So like 2 minutes later, he stops, and I stand up, and I'm like at the counter where my water bottle is, and he goes, I need you to sit down on the couch. And I go, no, I'm good. He goes, no. I need you to sit down on the couch, or you're gonna pass out. And I'm like, what? He goes, okay, I'm gonna come sit you down on the couch.
What?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Those are pretty good roses.
That's Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that skull has a Viking helmet on it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The other skull has a Black Widow on it. That's upside down. The other skull has a donut behind it. Oh, it's a snake.
A donut. Oh, that's a snake. That's a
Nice.
danger donut.
Cub Swanson, come on the Pretty Neat Podcast. Talk about tattoos.
Hell
Danger
yeah.
Donuts reminds me of a place out here called Extreme Frozen Yogurt.
Frozen yogurt is extreme.
Makes me wonder what's extreme about frozen yogurt. Like literally, is it laced with PCP? What the fuck? What are we? This is our angel dust flavor. It's just regular tart yogurt, but with angel dust in it. You're like,
You're reading my mind.
Is this legal? And he's like, no, it's not. You're like, oh, okay,
definitely not. You
So
can't
tell me
anyone.
what's extreme about this. He goes, it's the angel dust. Like,
We put the pro in probiotic.
yeah, you'll shit your pants or something, right?
Yeah, it'll be explosive diarrhea. Extreme yogurt. That's disgusting.
Diarrhea.
Ryan probably knows where that place is.
Extreme. No, I mean it sounds
know if it's
familiar. I
still
don't
there.
think I know where it is.
It is literally right by where I work. If it's still there, I don't know if it still is.
Oh yeah, over by the Starbucks and the
Mhm,
CVS.
yes. And the Subway. Yeah.
I know exactly where it is. Ryan, 215. Clinton Keith.
All right.
Yep.
There it is. Extreme frozen yogurt.
Is it still
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, it is.
No
still
free
there.
shout outs, Extreme Frozen Yogurt. I need a coupon or some shit.
They'll only let you pay and eat your yogurt if you survive an armed robbery.
In fact, if
it's
I'm not
closed.
mistaken, the guy that owned it was like an MMA guy, if I'm not mistaken.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The thing is, there's an Everbowl over there now, and Everbowl is so good. That is a free shout out. You're welcome, Everbowl.
Yeah.
And it is officially closed for business now. So
Shocker.
no mas.
Extremely close.
Extreme.
We have extreme kittens for sale. It's like on the list of things that are not extreme, frozen yogurt is in the top 5. Like,
hey, that's why
oh,
Liquid Death is worth $700 million now.
here's the thing. I've had the Liquid Death teas. They're not as good as I was hoping, but you
Aw.
can now get their waters in the big 19.2 ounce cans, which I am a fan of.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I want to check that out.
Like frozen yogurt is when you're like, I'm gonna go lighter than the ice cream today. I'll have the frozen yogurt, please. It's like There's literally
just-
nothing, like, you covered it in bits of cheesecake. There's nothing extreme about this. You're a step and a half from being like a 45-year-old overweight housewife. What are we even doing?
Ah,
And this
Oh,
has been
God.
today's trip into the Dome Dome. You're welcome.
I can't believe that Liquid Death is worth $700 million.
I can.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, they're genius though. I mean,
And
the guy who started it was a marketing genius.
it's perfectly marketed, and the thing is, like, the water is actually good.
Yeah. Do you know the story of like the idea?
Dude, this guy says like he got the idea after going to Warped Tour.
Yeah, yeah. He went to concerts and he saw that all the
Warped
musicians
Tour.
were drinking water out of the monster cans because it was healthier, and attendees.
Yeah, he said after attending 2009 Warped Tour, CEO Mike Cesario realized bottled water lacked irreverent marketing like that of energy drinks.
That is fucking cool.
Mhm.
He's
I'm
like,
into
Harley,
it.
Jesus Christ, like I need to put some fucking logos on my water, and it is so metal. Like,
Yeah.
It really is. And I also like that they say they're gonna murder your thirst. And I carry them around the high school campus, and I have had more than one teacher be like, "Hey man, are you drinking a beer?"
Yeah.
Like,
That's
yep,
I mean that
Killing
I'm
plastic.
that bold. I am standing at noon or 11:15 in the quad of a high school drinking a tall boy. That's exactly what I'm doing.
like what the fuck are you gonna do?
Like, we've only known each other for 5 years. I'm glad to know what you think of my character.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Here's
I
a
have
fun.
quite literally had the same questions on Zoom calls with peers, and they're like, "Are you drinking a beer?" I'm like, "It's sparkling water."
I like the flat ones too.
Are these people okay? Never mind. I'm just.
It's they're people that, here's the thing. The first time I get it, but Liquid Death is, you can get it everywhere now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you don't know, it's because you don't want to.
Yeah. Let's consider this. Liquid Death is worth 3/4 of what Waze sold for.
God.
Waze sold
Yeah.
to Microsoft for $1.1 billion
thought
after
Google owned
10
Waze.
years.
I'm pretty sure
Google, sorry, not
Yeah,
Microsoft.
it is Google. 'Cause
It
Waze runs
doesn't
off the
matter.
Google
That's still a
platform.
lot of money.
Yeah.
And they're still privately owned. They're not even
Yeah.
publicly traded.
I support it.
They just order cans and make great marketing.
Yeah.
I saw a guy at Target with their hoodie on the other day.
Oh, nice. Nice. No free shout outs though, Liquid.
No,
Even though
I'll
we
give
just-
him a free shout out. But
Yeah.
honestly, the teas are good. They're not great. But the thing is, it's because they don't put a bunch of bullshit sugar and stuff in there. It's just like agave.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I support it.
Yeah. And in conclusion, congratulations, Max Holloway, for passing 3,000 strikes in
Oh
the
my
UFC.
God. They sell a flask. They sell a flask that's a coffin, and they have koozies that look like brown paper bags. These guys are fucking geniuses. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
they are.
They're fucking geniuses.
Yes, they are. They're doing the one thing and they're doing it perfect. Shout out, Liquid Death. You guys are great.
Liquid Death, we hardly knew ye.
Not even true. We know you very well.
We know you very well. I am like nearly a daily drinker. And they have golfing yacht pants. Oh my God. It's so good.
For those of you who are listening, go to Liquid Death's website and just have have a
These are-
great time.
Put in the promo code Pretty Neat Podcast. Maybe they'll be like, hey, how come 6 people put this promo code in?
What the fuck is Pretty Neat Podcast?
We should sponsor these guys.
That'd be pretty cool. Well, actually, we're the Pretty Neat Podcast. We're a sponsor of Liquid Death.
We really are. I have
We give them free
supported them
promotion
for a long time.
Yes. Perfect segue if I can say so myself.
And now it's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast picks.
My guess is we won't be blathering on too long about this weekend's event.
Well, I don't know. I think there's ramifications here for Curtis Blades.
I do too.
I don't know if that's actually true because I
Oh,
don't
wow.
think John
Okay.
Jones will fight him.
What? Why?
So here's the thing, right? John Jones, they're already targeting him fighting Stipe in November, right? So it's fucking April. We're talking about 7 months, give or take.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in here, and I hate to do it. What are the odds that fight ever actually happens?
I think it'll happen, but
Okay.
that might be the last fight that John Jones fucking has.
Okay.
In the
And
UFC.
who wins?
John.
But
But
isn't Stipe the guy on the roster who could beat him?
in terms of his well-roundedness, yes. However, Stipe is 40 now. It's not.
Here's the thing. Do you know what? I love Stipe. I do.
Stipe's 40.
I love Stipe. I'm a big fan. He is probably my favorite fighter. I like that he, for some reason, even though we know he's made considerable UFC money, still like serves as a firefighter and shit.
Yeah.
When he lost to DC, he said I think the first time. Well, he only lost to him once, and technically should have been a DQ on DC.
Eye poke.
When he lost to him, I know he said something along the lines of like, "I have a daughter coming." Like losing, I'm still winning at life, which I totally support. And I don't need his kid or kids and his wife to see him lose to John Jones like this. He's the most decorated heavyweight of all time. He will always be the guy that when people like us are talking heavyweights, we talk Francis, we talk John, we talk Kane, insert name. And then we're like, oh yeah, but Stipe defended it the most times.
5 times.
Yep.
And probably none of us think John is going to defend it 5 times, which is 5 more fights. So,
yeah, he beat Francis.
He did get knocked out. Beat Francis. Now he also got sent to literally the Shadow Realm by Francis, but that's not really the point.
Yeah,
I don't need for his just go. He's still a young 40 is not old. Go be in life. Go be a dad and a husband and fight fires if you want. Like, I don't need you in there with John Jones. You and John Jones are not cut from the same cloth. You can be happy. John Jones can't.
There you go.
So but then the thing is, fuck, if you beat him, you're the guy also who beat John Jones.
You're the only guy to really beat John Jones. And here's the thing.
And of course, Stipe's wife is on the list.
He's going to be 41 in August.
They've got an adorable little daughter. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Fight. We don't need it, Stipe. We don't need it.
She looks like
you made the name
tiny.
Stipe Miocic, like, notable. Like, nobody ever mispronounces your name. Nobody's ever like, oh yeah, Stipe Miocic.
Although I've seen some card breakers do that.
Okay, well, fuck those guys. We love Stipe on this show. All of us do. You guys, he doesn't have to be your guys' favorite fighter. We love Stipe.
Yes.
We don't need this. Now, I suppose, but God, then if he beats him, and I will be rooting for him, I do not think he will.
I hope he retires. If he won, retire.
But I've been on record since like we started this show of saying I want him to retire. We don't need any more. The whole run has happened.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to disagree.
So then, Ryan, you said you don't think he'll fight Curtis Blades. Let's say Curtis wins. Let's say he fights Stipe in October, November, December, whatever. Maybe he gets him on the big December card. You don't think Curtis Blades could be the next guy up?
Oh no, we can't hear you. It sounded like something unplugged. I'll talk for you.
Can you hear me now?
Blades.
There we go.
Okay.
I don't think that if John Jones fights Stipe and he wins, I don't know if he's going to stick around to fight anybody else because there's no big names left.
He's the big name though.
Yeah, but
what did Joe Rogan say about him? There's a hole in his heart that money and cars can't fill.
Yeah, he has an a problem, right? He has no way to fill that void within his soul,
Right.
other than trying to remain and be the best at a specific thing, which is fighting. But contrary to that, he didn't fight for quite a few years. So, how true is that? He could decide to do something else. Maybe he can turn that passion into, hey, I'm going to train the next great fighter.
No way.
No. Okay.
Michael Jordan never coached. LeBron James isn't going to coach. The best baseball players don't become managers. Wayne Gretzky never coached hockey, right?
Yeah. He also keeps a team around him of people who are measurably not as good as he is.
John Jones?
Yeah.
And literally nobody who can look him in the face and tell him no.
His main training partner is Maurice Green. Like, I'm sorry, Aljo's is Merab Dvalishvili. He's getting challenged.
Okay, well, Aljo's not beating John Jones. So,
I know.
Well, I mean, just physically, that's not going to happen.
It wouldn't matter. Aljo could gain literally 100 pounds and still not beat him. And John could lose 100 pounds and still beat him.
Nice.
Could they meet at 190? I bet they could. John mops the fucking floor with him.
No, I think the most fun fight on this, outside of Brad Tavares and Bruno Silva, but Kamaru's brother. I'm looking forward to seeing Muhammad Usman fight.
We like Justin Taffa.
Yeah.
Well, this is not Justin Taffa. Who the fuck is this?
Why do they not have a picture of Justin Taffa?
It's not Justin Taffa. That's why.
It's Junior.
Oh,
what?
Who's Junior Taffa?
He has a 0-0-0-0 record. Oh, 4-3, the juggernaut.
He's 4-0. His last fight was in Ryzen on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
He has 4 knockouts.
Is he Justin's brother?
He might be. They look alike.
They do look somewhat alike, and they're both from Australia.
Yeah, I bet it's his brother.
What if it's not? That'd be weird. I feel like this is not the card that we looked at last week for this. I don't remember seeing Bobby Green on here. I don't remember seeing Semi the Jedi.
Yeah, Justin Taffa's brother is Junior Taffa.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he was a former Glory heavyweight kickboxer.
That's dangerous for Muhammad.
I
agree. If you have a house, bet it on Junior Taffa.
Definitely don't. Definitely
if you have a house, don't bet the house on somebody who's making their UFC debut.
I'm just fucking with you.
So Usman is making his UFC debut officially because he's only he beat Zach Pauga.
He beat
that was Ultimate Fighter finale. Carol Rosa is finally coming back. Dorma Demont, that'll be good.
What do you mean finally?
Didn't she fight? Wasn't she been out for like October?
But nobody's been clamoring for her return.
Finally.
At the time.
Carol Rosa's
no.
She was pretty prospecty.
Finally. Carol Rosa's coming back.
She was on 280. She fought in October.
Ken Barbie is fighting William Gomez. Who's Francis Marshall? He looks really familiar too.
What are you looking at?
This guy looks like Sage Northcutt.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
don't say shit like that.
Okay. Okay. Was it an insult? Mean. Was that an insult to him or what?
He's a Contender Series guy.
Okay, reasonable. Okay, yeah. Sorry, Sage.
Aaron, he was not on the Contender Series we did the live stream of.
Ronnie Yaha, Montel Jackson.
He was not even the featured bout on that card.
Yeah. Christos Giagos is fighting. He's back in the UFC. He's fighting a character from Talladega Nights, Ricky Glenn.
Ricky Bobby Glenn.
This guy is shouting shake and bake after he wins.
He fought Grant Dawson to a draw on Costa Vittori in October of 2021. So there's that.
Christos Giagos. Didn't he was in the UFC a long time ago, and then he left the UFC, I want to say, and came back.
I
I might
couldn't
be
tell you.
crazy. Whoa, he also beat a guy who looked like the bad guy from Rocketeer. There's a lot of them. That's wild.
The Rocketeer.
It's a good movie.
Is that where he's up in the space station singing and he's like, "Come on, all you Chinese"? Is that that one?
It's definitely not that one.
No. Do you know what I'm
No.
talking about though?
I
Yeah.
have no idea what you're talking about.
No, that's
No?
Rocket Man starring
Rocket
Arland something.
Harland
Harlan Williams.
Williams. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, when he's like when they trap him in like the isolation thing and he just like makes sock puppets the whole time. He like is never mind. Semi the Jedi, who
I'm excited
was
about that.
formerly Matthew Smellisberger.
Aaron is literally the only guy who would have gotten that movie from what I gave him.
It's like, what was the guy that said, like, come on, Chinese?
Come on, all you
space?
Chinese.
And that's
so
why,
good.
of course. That's just a great movie. The part where he's trying to push the lungs out and has to never mind.
That's really the only part I remember of that. I'm looking. He was also in Freddy Got Fingered. I'm looking.
God,
And
that's a good movie.
he was a hitchhiker, and there's something about Mary. But of course, Harlan Williams is most known for. Come on, one of you has to know.
Half Baked.
No. What is he most known for? You pumpkin pie haircutted freak.
Oh my gosh, what is it?
Oh, come on.
It's not coming out.
Give me that booze, you little pumpkin pie haircutted freak. Dumb and Dumber. He's the cop on the motorcycle. In
Yes,
Dumb
who
and
drinks the
Dumber.
piss.
Yeah. So good.
Oh shit, that's so funny.
Rocket
Yeah.
Man.
Rocket Man.
Yeah. Which is not the nickname of either Bobby Green or Jared Gordon, who are also
So Bobby
fighting.
Green.
Is he done?
To reel it back in. When did we last see him? December against Drew
December.
Dober. That doesn't feel like a fair fight.
Yeah, he got knocked out. That was
Honestly,
and then before
though,
that it was Islam, and then before that it was Mini Kelvin Gastelum.
it was Hakparast, Iaquinta, and Fiziev. Like they really don't like Bobby Green, do they?
No. Wow. Moises. So his last win
Hackpressed.
was against Hakparast. Yeah, Kelvin Jr.
So it's been over a year.
Come on, Bobby.
Yeah, and then literally 2 weeks to the day later, he fought Islam Makhachev.
Yeah. Come on, Bobby King.
It's weird that it just over 12 months ago, Islam Makhachev was a fight night headliner.
That is pretty weird.
Armin Sarukian was on that card. Petrosian was on that card. Terrence McKinney.
Yeah.
That was like secretly a pretty good fight night. I remember that one very well.
And before that, he fought, and he's fighting Jared Flash Gordon, who beat Paddy Pimblett in his last fight.
Yep.
According to everyone who watched it but didn't judge it.
Yeah.
And
Check the
Tavares.
UFC's bank account for me.
Yeah.
Where did that money go?
Brad Tavares, Bruno Silva. Woo! Both coming off losses.
It's kind of either a title shot or Cyril Gane for the title eliminator shot for the winner, right? You figure the winner of this gets Cyril, and then the winner of that gets a shot at the champ again.
Yeah, Sergey and Curtis, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Sergey's on a longer winning streak, is he not?
I think
beat-
so.
He beat Ty, Derek,
Curtis Blaze is on a 3-fight winning streak. He lost to Derek Lewis.
Abubakar. Hey, look, it's Maurice Green, John Jones's training partner. Golm. Oh, Overeem beat him, knocked him out in the first round in 2018. Huh. Pavlovich is a scary son of a bitch.
Who's going to win this one?
Pavlovich.
Pavlovich.
Ooh, he's a plus 150 too.
Yeah. I go Pavlovich.
How does he
I
get
get
it done?
knockout.
Round one, like literally all of his fights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if Curtis's wrestling is going to work for him in this one.
Can either of them beat John Jones or Cyril Gahn?
Sergey can beat Cyril.
I agree with that.
No, he can't.
You know what? I think Curtis can beat Cyril.
No, he can't.
He could out wrestle him easy.
The only person Cyril can't beat is John Jones.
And Francis.
He beat Francis, and we all know it.
That's true.
If Patty Pimblett beat Jared Gordon, Cyril Gahn beat Francis.
Yes. Yes. That's gonna be a fun one. Uh
I'll be watching, and you can bet on where is this one? Is it the Apex?
yes, it is.
You can bet on this going before Tank Davis for sure. So
You know what? This too, we talked about this when we kind of did our How Much What a Beautiful Night at the Apex episode cost.
yeah.
Which we should revisit that. I think it would be actually really fun to break it down. Maybe it'll be a side project if I get bored. But Pavlovich Blades, this whole card is like an ideal card for attending at the Apex. Heavyweights, middleweights. There's some fast-paced women's fights in there. I like it. That's a fun card to see.
Okay, so let's see.
There's bigger names, and Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone is a way better.
So that one got moved, right?
That's next weekend, the following weekend.
But it got moved.
Did it? The Simone Song fight?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, Caio Barrio is fighting too. Adolfo Vieira is back.
Okay, so did you see the price for the 29th?
No.
It is
29.
You guys want to hazard a guess? Don't look it up.
1,100.
Ryan?
2K.
We're going to split the difference here. It is $1,675. For that, you get premium reserve seating inside rows 2 and 3. You can upgrade that to front row for more money. You get a credential and a lanyard for admission. You get the row 3 seats overlook the fighter walk. The premium in-venue hospitality with a private hospitality lounge with buffet and open bar. And then in-seat beverage service is available. I don't know if you have to pay extra for that. You get to take a picture in the octagon after the main event. You get the lanyard and credential, as said. You get a red carpet Apex arrival, and then they have like a concierge staff.
That's dope.
I would get open bars, and I get along very well. I think $1,600 is too much for that card. That is also the same price of Pennington and Irene Aldana, which is way too much for that card. I would pay something like that maybe for some fights, but not for Song Yadong and Ricky Simon.
Gotcha. They haven't organized these fights yet because there's no way Brian Kelleher is the second fight on the prelims.
For which one? Song and Simon?
Yeah. Not
Is Ricky Simon is he a headliner at this point? He's on at least a 5-fight win streak.
No, and they want Song to be there. That's East Market grab right there.
I don't even see Brian Kelleher on ESPN's website for that card.
Yeah, it's on the prelims. Huh. That'll be a fun evening of card. A fun card of fight. A fight.
Oh, it is on the prelims.
A night of fight card fights.
Yeah.
Yes. Gentlemen, I've had a blast discussing UFC and other pretty neat things with you today.
Indeed.
A super blast. Are you getting into anything else in the weekend besides the festivities and fisticuffs?
Festivities and
Yes.
fisticuffs for me.
That's
Dom, you doing more?
Yeah, on Sunday we are going to SeaWorld.
it. Beautiful.
I guess it's I like SeaWorld because it's like they're like, all right, cool. In 1999, we're gonna stop right here.
You should come
and-
to the SeaWorld in San Antonio to see how much it makes sense to have a SeaWorld in the middle of Texas.
Did they stop at 93? What are we talking?
I don't know.
Okay. And then we're gonna have a little lunch. My wife needs to go to IKEA. And on Saturday, nope, I think that's about it. My sister, shout out my sister, graduating with her BSN, Bachelor of Science in Nursing tomorrow. Next weekend is her graduation party.
Nice. You can't hear it. I played the clapping and the game winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Didn't get invited to her graduation, so that's cool. They only gave her 5 tickets, which is, and her husband and my nephew count as 2 of them. So
That's bullshit.
the rest went to my mom and dad, which are also her mom and dad, which makes sense. Our grandmother, and then she actually got 1 ticket from a friend, which went to my aunt, who she's very close with, also her aunt. So I get it, but
Yeah.
what about you, Aaron? What do you got this weekend?
Got some fights to watch. That'll be fun. I felt like there was something else cool happening this weekend, but I don't know what it is. I guess happy 420 to anybody who smokes out there tomorrow. Cool. I hope you don't remember it.
Yeah, cool. Let's pretend that's a real holiday.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm all for it.
Also, Hitler's birthday, I believe.
Is
Yeah.
that true?
And the anniversary of Columbine.
Interesting.
So people need to pick their dates better.
Adolf
Yeah.
Hitler was born, April 20th, 1889, and he allegedly died in 1945, though I think we all know that's not true.
No, he lived a long, healthy life in Argentina. We all
He
know
for
that.
sure did.
Is he still alive in Argentina?
No, he'd be like 100 and
Nah.
however many, 124.
Yeah, he'd be the oldest person in the world.
Yeah, so
No. But
what a life, though. Am I right?
Jesus. Jesus.
Gallows Humor 2024.
Gallows Humor 2024.
Yeah, you know why I love MMA so much? It's pretty neat. That is 100% true, but it's also because it brings us together. You know what? Violence really does bring people together. Yes, let's get